Thing number 1, basketball blowouts.
Oh.
Andy, we are inching closer to the NBA Finals. Normally, the conference finals traditionally have been some of the best we see all year. But this year, that's not the case at all. Even going back to the conference semis, it feels like every single game has been lopsided and, dare I say, boring. And of course, injuries to star players have played a major role as well. USA Today's Dan Wolken said this in a recent column, quote, "The NBA postseason is often compelling, but this spring has shown it is not impervious to the physical challenges it places on players. If enough key players are injured or compromised, the best teams won't advance and the games won't be worth watching. Are you trying to identify the best team or host a battle of attrition?" Wolken suggests that the NBA should cut the regular season from 82 to 72 games and eliminate back-to-backs. So Andy, is the long regular season to blame for these terrible playoffs?
I think it's partly to blame, and I love those ideas by Dan. If you cut the season shorter a little bit, you eliminate the back-to-backs, that could definitely help. You give some guys some more rest throughout the season because we've been seeing a lot of injuries in this postseason. We've seen them in postseasons before, too, and it's just when we get to this point of the postseason, we want the best players playing at the best they can. We're not seeing that, especially in the Heat-Celtics series. We're seeing a bunch of big guys missing games. Jimmy Butler didn't look like himself in the game when he came back the other night, missed the second half in Game 3. And the basketball has been very boring. Like, I'm a Celtics fan, and I want to see them beat the Heat, but I also want to see, like, fun postseason basketball games. I want things to come down to the wire where during timeouts you're, like, chewing on your fingers going, oh, my gosh, what's going to happen next? I want more suspense in our lives, and hopefully we get it the rest of this way because so far it's been pretty bad.
Moving on to baseball, and thing number 2, MLB comes down on Donaldson. As you may have heard, Major League Baseball suspended New York Yankees third baseman Josh Donaldson 1 game for his racist comment directed at Chicago White Sox's Tim Anderson, calling Anderson Jackie twice in a game on Saturday, leading to benches clearing. Donaldson is appealing the 1-game suspension. He says the remarks he made to Anderson was meant as a joke. But for a league and sport that's been the last to the party on social awareness and issues more often than not, this is clearly no laughing matter for baseball. Would you agree, Andy?
I would totally agree, and I can't believe that once again how bad Rob Manfred is at his job. He's the worst commissioner in all of sports. That's saying a lot, as I always say, because Roger Goodell is still a thing. 1 game for this, for saying something racist towards a player on the other team, like it's in this day, it's just disgusting that this is still going on. And Josh Donaldson can say all that he wants that it's an inside joke. It's not. It's not an inside joke, and it shouldn't be treated that way. And for 1 game suspension for that, that's the joke of all of this. Like Joe Kelly, the White Sox reliever, said this week, he goes, hey, I got suspended 8 games for making a face at the Astros. Like, how does this even exist in a world where you got 8 games for making a face, and then you got this racist remark by this idiot Yankees player, and he gets 1 game? Like, baseball, how do you time and again just continue to show the world that you stink at being anything that's actually right in the world?
From the ballpark to the NFL, and thing number 3, peace out, Pro Bowl. So the NFL conducted league meetings this week, and during a press conference, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell finally admitted a fact we've all known for a really long time. The Pro Bowl stinks. He said the game doesn't work. We need to find another way to celebrate the players. All right, Andy, the Pro Bowl may be gone as we know, but the league will obviously try and have some event that weekend before the Super Bowl. What do you think would be the best solution here?
I think the best solution is to do nothing. Just give everyone that weekend off from football. We're okay with a weekend off from football, right? We can take a weekend off from football and be just fine. We don't need a skills competition. I don't need to sit around on the Sunday before the Super Bowl thinking like, wow, can Josh Allen put this football in a trash can for 50 yards? Oh, this is unbelievable. Like, how about this football? Celebrate these players by, I don't know, like sending them on a trip, their whole family's on a trip to Hawaii, and where they don't have to play football, they can just enjoy the sun. Or maybe the players get money from the NFL and they get to give that to some family that wants to take a vacation that can't usually afford a vacation, and then they get to go to Hawaii. We can celebrate that. Like, there's good things that we can do out there, and none of those include playing football the Sunday before the Super Bowl.
I couldn't agree more. Charity sounds like the way to
Charity,
go.
let's go.
Sticking with football, we have a special 2-part interview with Niners tight end George Kittle. Part 1 starts right after the break. Hey sports fans, if you want to watch more sports seriously, be sure to check out these clips right here. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel to see all the great content from us here at USA Today Sports.